There we go. Yeah. It failed the first time and now it works. Who knows? Second ed deck spawned. Opening map. All right. Yes, my rocks did spawn. Excellent.
Oh, nice.
Excuse me. Wow. I am getting like no nothing between. Let's see. Yes.
What are we
Okay.
missing?
Boy, this the actual size of this can be flipping huge. I do not have that. I mean, I've got like a 22-inch monitor, so it's not
Oh,
nothing fancy. All right, setting the grid. Shall I go from the right or shall I go from the left?
your choice.
Okay, I will go from the right. And putting my rocks on.
There
All right. So you've got the uh, lots of little scum ships with the. Actually, no, it's like three scum ship, three little ships, and then the two uh, Kimigilas.
Oh no, I've got 5. So old T, 2I3, 6, a Z, and Lando.
Oh, okay. I don't know what I was looking at.
There they are.
Okay. Let's see. Where's here? Let me. Rick, can you hear me? I got a friend of mine who says he's willing to do it. Boy, I don't know if he has Vassal. um, let's see.
Let's see.
All right. Pardon me. So I'm trying to get my buddy on.
Okay.
All right. Heh. All right. Okay, his name's Connor or Scout. He goes by either. I I'll admit I'm not sure if he's got Vassal. That's the downside. So it might take him a little bit to get loaded on. Sounds good. I just sent him the invite. All right, the Raging Scout won. Okay. Sure. Okay, so I'll send
Alright.
Connor over to Vassal 2 or Vassal 1.
Yes, it is. How are you doing? Well, as good as we can do with the quarantine, but we'll get through this. So I started playing X-Wing and starting with Wave 4 in 1.0, and then my work is seasonal, so I missed the whole Dangar shenanigans and everything, and then it came back as soon as FFG fixed it, by chance. And then I moved all the way into 2.0, and I recently stopped playing just because my work got busy, but now we're free again, but of course we can't see each other because of the virus. That's for Vassal. Yep. Uh, well, to me, it's a much more complicated game of chess with a Star Wars theme thrown on it. So instead of having a very set board, the game is basically all about positioning. So when you have a set board, it's easier to predict or know like the general like 25 opening moves that your opponent could do. When you have a free axis space with repositioning values like boosting and barrel rolling, even in their limited form of barrel rolling in version 2, it still changes the entire board scape. One little millimeter can make all the difference for how you play, whether you bump or you can shoot or you just have someone in arc. Yeah. Yeah, and also with chess too, there's less adaptability with it, right? Like you know, if you make the wrong move 10 turns ago and your opponent takes advantage of that, it's over. But X-wing, if your opponent does a move you don't predict, then you can adjust to that and try to turn that into an advantage later in the game. So it's just more versatile. Requires more brain power to do, in my opinion, to be able to play this game at a very high level.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm looking over at my YouTube stream right now, and I see 5 people watching, which is frankly about 4 people more than I thought there would be. So
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's great.
And so with that, I'm actually gonna start trying to talk about what we're seeing happening on the board right now.
I'm actually trying to find the board. If you could direct me to that.
All right. So did you download
Vassal
Vassal?
is filled. I'm looking at a menu and for games, and it looks like there's a few.
All right. So if you go over to the menu for games, 3 from the bottom should be MC, Jank, CL versus BC.
NCL.
Nope. You just made
Whoa.
a new game. So scroll
Ah.
down the list. And then do you see MC Jank?
Oh, MC Jank. Here we go.
Go ahead and join it. There's now 4 of us in here. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and lock the room so that random people can't join and just start messing with the bits.
All right.
And now you're in the room. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with Vassal, it's a simulation and it has a lot of little frustrating bits and pieces to it in that you have to have a minimum of 3 windows open. You have to have the map open, as you can see. You have to have the dice open so you can see your dice rolls, and then you have to have this chat window open unless you're able to communicate on a different device such as Discord or Skype or however you coordinate your games. Our group is
Ah.
Discord, so that way they don't have to do much typing. But other groups, if you match up with a random player on Vassal, you can just go in and you can message back and forth to talk about what you're doing. It's a great opportunity to make that happen. And so by the removal of the grid on the map, you know that these players are starting the first turn of the game. And so from what I am assuming is that Brandon Carey is a team on the left flying the scum ships. I know that's him. What I'm assuming is that he is first player. So that he is second player. So that means he is going to be moving second and shooting second if he's at the same initiative as one of his opponents. On the right side is going to be Chris Langland flying the 4 separatist ships. And so he is going to be first player. And so that will only matter at initiative 3, which appears to be a lot.
3/4 of Langland's list is at initiative 3, as long as his opponent as well also has 3 ships at initiative 3.
Yeah.
So that's a huge advantage for whoever second player is.
Yeah, and the real test is going to be how well I made assumptions, and whether or not I'm just flat out wrong.
Only one way to find out is for this to be played out. Be honest, I haven't really seen lists like these on either side of the board. This.
The name of this league is the Jank Tank, meaning we went to yet another squad builder. Thank you, Rathos, and used the random squad generator function to create a bunch of lists. Had a draft. I luckily had the first overall draft,
And that's a junk list.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Like I said, I had the first draft pick. Brandon Carey actually, if I remember correctly, had the second draft pick, which now makes me question whether or not I was right in my assumption about first moving first, moving second. Anyway, where I'm going with this is Brandon Carey had the second overall pick, and he picked what I thought might actually be the best list in the tournament. It just has 5 fragile ships that require careful flying, and I did not feel like being very careful.
Yeah, these ships are definitely not easy, but I could definitely see the advantage they could bring if they are paid correctly.
And so it turns out I was wrong, which is not surprising. So rather than basing this off of a bid value and initiative, we elected to say that the first player, or the lower draft order gets to pick first or second player.
Ah, okay.
And
Are all these lists around 200 points as well, or is there a benchmark for them? Or
they are all standard lists at 200 points. Some of them have a 5 or a 7 point bid just because the program didn't exactly fill in everything. But other lists are all around 200 points, such as the list I had.
ah,
Yeah.
great.
So what you see here is the first round of movements. There's a little bit of jockeying for position. 066 is moving to kind of joust Old Tarok, because it's one of the few ships that has enough health and offensive dice to have a chance of damaging Old Tarok in the late game. So he's going to probably try to make that happen in the early game and just get Old Tarok off the table. Because if Old Tarok ends up against just 1 or 2 ships, then that's game over. There's not a lot that Chris Langland can do about it.
Yeah, that is very true. But we will see. Langland's gonna try to commit a little bit up the top of the board and possibly flank Old Tarok, as that is right now is one of the biggest threats on the board.
Yep. Absolutely. And so we will see what becomes of that. The neat part about Landon Calrissian is he has either a very, very accurate 2-die gun, or he can also be used as a flanker for or a coordinator for the rest of the list. He has the coordinate action, though it is red, and so he can feed extra actions to other players or other ships on the table.
Right.
Yeah, so not a very eventful first turn. The most eventful thing is Old Tarot doing a 5 straightforward, being very aggressive. Not something I normally see out of Brandon Carey. He's usually one of the most patient players I ever have the opportunity to play against.
That's the beauty of Old Tarok. You are incredibly rewarded for jousting and being hyper aggressive with that ship. It's just it has high risk, high reward. You put yourself in a bad position, allow either the 2 bombers to grab you or the I'm blanking or the second infiltrator to catch you. It could be game over with just 1 shot.
Yep. And so if we want to talk a little bit about why we're so high on Old Tarok. For one, he is initiative 5, so he is going to be moving. He's going to be moving last and shooting first for amongst any ship on the table. The next piece that makes him really strong is that he has
That's the only reason
Sure, go ahead.
That's the only reason I'm here. I'm waiting for 404 to nuke someone off the board and then reload and do it again.
All right, and so joining us is Mr. Tommy Nguyen, famed Gold Squadron casting and commentating.
Did it once, so it counts.
Yeah, he did it once, and then he also casted my game last night.
Which ended way too late, and now I am half awake. So this commentary is going to be even better.
Oh, it's okay. I have a game at 8 o'clock tonight against somebody from a different Vassal league I'm in. And I am trying to figure out what I yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I want to fly in that game. I've kind of narrowed it down to Duchess, Vader, and Lieutenant Sai, or to be
I guess commentating is really hard when I'm not seeing anything change on the board.
Oof.
Oof.
That could have been really. He spaced that out really, really well. I would disagree. I would think it would be pretty advantageous for him to go fast. Not a lot. None of those ships can really reposition very well, and if old Terok can just sit behind any of the infiltrators or the bombers, he could just have his way with them very easily.
Okay. Kind of get behind the list and create a pincer movement so that Langland has to make some hard decisions.
Yeah, he would either have to fully commit to taking Terok down, or try to stave off Terok while dealing with the rest of the list. It'd be tough to choose.
All right. I can get behind that.
Vassal just updated the last 6 ship moves for me in the last 4 seconds.
Ooh.
So apparently it's a little bit laggy there for Tommy. Yeah, now we're just waiting on old Terok, and there's the 3 bank.
All right, called it.
And it's going to be
Did that not collide?
what?
It did not.
No, it did not. So there's probably going to be a straight boost and a link focus, because he's going to try to get range 1 of as many ships as possible. A, to make Count Dooku's focus go away, and B, to get that auto evade against as many ships as possible. And one neat thing for y'all to know watching, 066
That's the other list, Rick.
That's a range 2 to Count Dooku, which means no auto evade and no getting rid of the focus.
Oh no, that's a really bad position for old Tarok.
Yep.
How close was he? Is there a tool to be able to check the range ourselves, or no?
Not without interfering with their game, unfortunately.
That is unfortunate.
The best I could tell you is that that big rock in the upper left is range 2 from both edges, and so just half of that. So if you can guesstimate, my guesstimation is that it is really, really close.
Oh yeah, couple millimeters for sure. That's a bummer.
And due to networked calculations, that is bomber. Oh, and there's a 2-die shot. Or 3-die shot.
All right.
It's a range 2 shot at somebody. Is he shooting at Count Dooku at range 2? With marksmanship. Brilliant. And then there's one evade from Count Dooku, who is rolling 2 dice because of the stealth device that came equipped to Count Dooku, thanks to the random squad generator. Unfortunately, though, that means that the stealth device is now broken, as Count Dooku takes 1 damage.
Whew. Now the real question is will old Tarok be able to survive getting shot 3 different times?
From modded shots. My money's on maybe. Probably not. Was that Tommy leaving?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I don't have Discord open, so I can't see that. But Tommy is a family man with, I believe, 3 kids in the house. So I would not expect him to have a lot of free time at 4:45 in the afternoon.
Oh no. Unless he could somehow manage to get those kids to sit down and watch an hour and a half of X-Wing, but
Well, 2 of them play
oh.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh,
Ooh. Yeah, he has to spend it.
you can't take
He
that.
has to spend it. No, that crit immediately spells death.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of crits that he can even take that would not be incredibly detrimental to his ship.
Oh, absolutely. Fuel leak means you die very quickly to another crit. Direct hit means you're at half points. Blinded pilot means you can't mod your attack dice. What are some other things out there? Oh, loose stabilizer means you have to go straight. Panicked pilot means you're triple stressed. There's just no good options out there. Best case scenario for him would have been a disabled power regulator, which would take away his repositions but allow him to still focus. Or disabled sensor
Yeah,
regulator.
with his movement dial, that wouldn't have been the worst one to get.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Looks like they're trying to find a arc for Lando who doesn't have one.
A what?
They're trying to see if they can catch everybody in arc.
Right.
Fortunately, they're just out. So Langland's going to get this very good engagement on the first turn and only have to deal with one ship getting shot at.
Absolutely.
Oh.
I was about to say,
2 hits.
Good scenario for old Tarok to see a blank dice come up for Count Dooku, but that's not gonna work for him.
He was rolling with SB.
No, that would have been Count Dooku, because if he was rolling with SB, he would have gotten a free evade.
Yes, with Concordia face off. right. Focus. 1 hit, 2 evades, totally fine there.
Yep. So in the end, he comes out of there having taken 2 damage, giving up half points, and doing 1 damage to Count Dooku and taking off his stealth device. So that's not the end of the world, but it's not very good. Additionally, when we were saying oh no about spending the focus to dodge the crit, he ended up rolling 3 blanks against Count Dooku, so that focus would have done him no good there either.
Yeah, that was just an unfortunate bad roll. If he rolled average on that, he probably would have walked away with 1 less damage throughout interaction.
Yep. If he rolled average on every single attack, he would have taken no damage because he would have had 1 evade against DBS with a crit. He would have had 1 evade against Count Dooku with a probable focus resist, which he could spend his focus on to dodge both hits. And then the Separatist Bomber would have shot him at range 1 where he gets the auto evade due to his chassis ability. But now Old Tarok has to make a decision as they're going back to Dials. What is he going to do to get out of the engagement and survive? Whereas the other 4 ships are all about to arrive, each of them equipped with their own tech, including ion cannons and outmaneuver, and other kinds of fun toys that are all attached, and I don't remember what is on what.
Let's see. 4 at half. Looking at his dial for Old Tarok. He's kind of in a tight spot, blocking his entrance away, though he could try to slip past if he does a soft 2 into a boost right, if he wants to swing around with a hard 1 the next turn.
Yep.
He could even risk 4K'ing.
He's stressed.
Oh, no, he can't because he's stressed. Yes.
So my best guess is that he is going to 2-bank left, which gives him the most options to get clear. The one problem is that DBS 404 is going to have all kinds of opportunities to have a blast and be able to get a target lock and a target lock onto Old Tarok. So if he ends up at range 1, then he's dead. There's nothing he can do about it. He'll be taking 6 dice with an auto crit. It's going to be ugly. So whatever he does, he has to make sure that he does not get shot by DBS 404.
Right. Yeah. That would be if in this position, if Tarek moves in the right positioning and maybe even focuses down 404.
Yep. So it looks like the last dial we're waiting on is for the Tansari Point Veteran, which is the Initiative 3 Seek, all by its lonesome in the middle of the left side of the board. I think it's
Be interesting. Oh, go ahead. So sorry. Nope, we were good. Go ahead.
What I was going to say is it's going to be very, I think it's pretty obvious what the rest of Brandon's list is going to be doing. I think it's going to be a whole lot of 2 forwards, since the Tansari Point Veteran does not have a 1 forward. As he moves towards the engagement. I just really hope that Brandon remembers to set a dial for Tansari Point Veteran before. There it is. Okay.
There it is. Uh-oh. Langland.
You got caught on stream cheating, my friend. It's an X-wing bingo moment.
It is an X-wing bingo moment.
So here we are. We've gone through a lot of different options here. I think 066 is pretty obvious as he just two hards and calculates.
Mm-hmm.
Some others I'm going over. I think Lando might actually 3-bank away so he can calculate a target lock to the Z95 after it moves, so it can have a fully modded shot into the on its first turn of engagement. But I did not know that Count Dooku had some bombs on him. So what are we dropping?
I can't quite see behind the dial right now, but we'll see in a little bit. Though I will say that Dooku having bombs on it and choosing to essentially joust old Terok, and then moving away, it definitely shrinkage where old Terok can move through. So Langland basically knows exactly where old Terok is going to go, if not this turn, for sure the next turn.
It's going to be a 2 hard to the left if I were a betting man. And according to my recent trip to Vegas, I am a betting man. It was at the Las Vegas Open with for the X-wing tournament. It was a really good time, and I was able to play some blackjack with Dion Morales and Bobby Ott and some other crew, and sat down with $50, and 2 hours later walked away with 300. And
Wow, that's quite a good haul.
I was so excited. I tried to do the same thing the next night and broke even.
Hey, first for your first go for doing, $300, that is not bad at all.
Yeah, it took a lot of taking risks. It required a lot of risk taking on 16s and 17s. But my logic process there was if the dealer is showing like a 6 or a 7, they actually weren't turning over 10s as the down card all that often. So I figured, hey, might as well go for it and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
All right.
I had to think math a little bit. All right, let's see. We're getting our first movements. Calculate. Hard 1.
Oh, that's a bump. That's a big
Oh. Just a slight adjustment, though.
Yeah. Okay, enough of this. I need to go look at the lists. I need to figure out who has outmaneuver ion cannon in Brandon Carey's list. Because if there's a outmaneuvered ion cannon shot onto Count Dooku, that's not gonna be a good time. To
No.
put it lightly. So I am pulling.
Oh, interestingly, he dropped a seismic.
I'm questioning that. So first, I'm gonna go look at. I'm gonna scroll down. Chris Langland, Sith infiltrated. He has a seismic charge. I don't know why he dropped that.
I don't know either. I would have been fine if he dropped that if it was a proton bomb, but I think that's too far away from the rock to catch it.
I would concur. And looking at, and so for those watching who don't know the difference, proton bomb deals a critical damage. A seismic charge blows up a rock and deals a damage at range 1 of the rock. I feel pretty safe with old Turok not being at range 1 of a rock at the end of this turn.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Oh, the bump! He didn't make the turn.
Well, the good news, he's not going to get shot by DVS 404. The bad news is he's going to get shot by 066, who has a target lock on him.
Yeah, 066 has a free shot on old Tarok. That could be very bad. And jammed.
Yep. So there's not even a moment for a hero Lando moment.
No.
All right, so Langland Ashara has homing missiles, but did not take that, or did not take a lock this turn. Yes, she did. Langland Ashara has a lock and a focus on Count Dooku, which means Count Dooku's taking at least 1 damage this turn. The Black Sun Soldier has a crack shot, and the Tansari Point Veteran has an outmaneuver and an ion cannon. So what that tells me is that Count Dooku cannot take enough ion tokens to be ionized this turn, but he is going to be in a rough situation next turn.
Yeah.
Rolled hit twice. And Count Dooku is absolutely going to spend the force there and only take 0 damage.
That's right. And
The real question is, how are they going to be tracking their force? Are they going to be updating the with the control click menu on their ships? Are they going to be tracking it on their player space? Will we have any idea what they're doing?
there is a force counter on the ship.
It does not appear that they are going to be using it. So I'm going to go ahead and type into the chat and see if either of them notice. How are you tracking force use?
And I guess the big question is in this situation is if Langland is going to use Dooku's ability, and he just used it right there, so he's going to spend the extra force in order to remove that target lock.
Militant, that was a very smart move. And well, I also just noticed that Chris Langland decided to take the damage, so he did not spend his force.
Interesting. So he's still sitting on shields, and it's only 1 damage for now, so you might not feel like it's necessary. Save the force for later and just spend it on his ability.
Okay, somebody just rolled a crit. Langland did. Shooting at probably the Black Sun.
Looks like the Black Sun.
Okay, so they are tracking force in their player menu. So it's going to be a mystery for us.
Ah.
Because I'm feeling lazy and don't want to go do it.
I mean, if we were to guess, I think Dooku has 2 force right now, right?
Okay, yep. So they pulled it off the table.
Oh, excellent. All right. Oh. Wow. That's a... He should. Oh, that crit's going through.
Now, I'm assuming this was the ion cannon.
Let's see. Rolls to attack. I guess we'll see in a second. That is correct. It's Ion Cannon.
Now the question is, why did he roll an evade dice at all? And that's going to be a
Roll dice. It's
okay. Somebody just rolled an evade.
so that would be
Shooting at the separatist bomber. Now I'm going to pop over into a different Discord channel really quickly to ask if they forgot about outmaneuver.
okay.
Because outmaneuver is not a May, is it? I should actually.
I can look that up really quick.
Thank you, sir.
Let's take a look here. Outmaneuver. While you perform an attack, if you're not in the defender's firing arc, the defender rolls one fewer dice. It's not a choice.
Okay, I will be back in just a second.
All right.
Hey guys, not to interrupt or anything, but did you forget about outmaneuver on the Tansari Point veteran?
No.
Okay. Why did Dooku roll any dice then? I can't hear Langland. I just wanted to poke in, but I'm gonna pop back out now. Thanks. Bye. Well, that was weird. I have this thing on
Uh,
Discord where I can't hear other people sometimes.
Huh. That is very odd. Did they not hear you?
Langland just messaged the response. He rolled because he forgot.
Oh. Well. Ooh, who just rolled that?
Here's Lenton putting 3 damage into Count Dooku.
Wow.
And so Count Dooku will roll 1 die this time because he's supposed to this time. And he's going to absolutely spend a force to not take that damage. And he's probably actually going to spend another force to get rid of one of those ions, if I were a betting man. Actually, at 5 hull, he's probably
I would.
he's just going to 5k.
I mean, if I was in his position, I would definitely consider that for sure. Even if you're going to 5k next turn.
Oh god.
Wow.
Somebody. And so I'm assuming that's going to be Lenton, and that's going to mean she's going to take an evade. She's going to take 1 shield and 1 crit. What is this crit? Let's go find out.
Is that Wounded Pilot?
That is a panicked pilot. So Lenton's
Ah.
running around with a couple extra stress on her for the next turn or 2.
Well, considering their dial, that's not great. Their only options for turning. Their only options for turning with blue maneuvers is a soft 1,
Yep.
and they only have a 2 forward and a 3 forward that's blue, and that's it.
So I'm going to go out on a limb and say she's going to do a 2 forward.
Yeah. The only thing is if the Black Sun has enough room to get out of the way in order for her to do that.
I don't think she has a. I think the Black Sun is just going to have to figure it out, or there's just going to be a massive bump train. Oh, look at that! Look at those evades.
nice. Definitely needed that.
Yeah. And so we were just thinking to ourselves, we were assuming the Black Sun was going to be fine, but nope, the Black Sun took a shield.
Yeah.
66 with the range 2 shot at Old Terrock.
All right, this could be it right here. Let's see. Ooh, that's a great roll.
That's not the roll yet.
Oh, bummer. Ooh.
Well, he has a lock, and it's an unmodded Old Terrock. What's the decision here? Yep, spending the lock. Rerolling the dice. There it is.
That's much better. And
And
there's 2 evades.
Old Terrock saying to the god of death, not today.
That was probably the best situation he could have gotten out of that. I'm a little surprised that Old Terrock did not at least receive 1 damage.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's taking a modded shot into an unmodded shot, or unmodded defense. That's not going to be ideal. But he's surviving. He's making it work. So we officially have ourselves a game. Count Dooku is at half points. Old Terok is at half points. Linton Ashara is at half points. And I believe Separatist Bomber is at half points. So there is... Nope, Separatist Bomber is not at half points. But what I'm hearing here is... or what I'm seeing here is... a chance for this to turn into a very good game.
The first engagement, this first engagement already looks like it's already going to be pretty a tight game. Damage spread across the board on both sides, mostly to each player's flagship ship in their list. So it will definitely see. I think a big point of this is whose higher initiative ship will go down first. It will play a huge difference in how this will roll out.
Yep. DBS 404 or Old Terok or Lando. Lando's probably going to die the turn Langland decides to shoot at him. But if we're going to do a quick points calculator, you guys are going to look at my Surface Pro menu, and I'm going to pull my calculator over. And so half of Lenton is going to be 20. And then, because Lenton Ashara has a debris gambit, munitions failsafe, and homing missiles. Half of Old Terok is going to be 29. Yes, 29. Because he's 57 points because he has marksmanship. And so there's that. And then if we... And that is the points for Langland, is those points. That's 49 points.
All right. And then what is half points on Dooku?
Half points on Count Dooku is 78 divided by 2. I'm just gonna
39. Still extremely close.
Extreme. It's still early. This is only turn 4, and unlike a standard X-Wing game where it is timed to an hour and 15 minutes, they are playing to 12 rounds.
Oh.
And so I am being asked in the chat, what is Langland's list?
That's a very oddball list there.
Yeah. The perceptive copilot must have been removed from the Sith infiltrator to get the advanced proton torpedoes on the Hyena class droid bomber, which means I should tell people that these lists were generated, and then players were allowed to make one change to their list. So I talked about my list earlier and how I had Darth Vader and a shuttle and everything. Well, it's because I dropped 000 from the shuttle in order to give Darth Vader afterburners. I feel like that was a worthy sacrifice. I really thought
It-
putting sense on Darth Vader was dead, but I think afterburners would be more important.
Sense Vader is a very particular, or Sense anything is a very particular style of play. But it is slightly redundant if you can predict your opponent's movements correctly. So I going for afterburners on Vader for your list. I definitely agree with afterburners Vader, very strong.
And it actually ended up paying a dividend yesterday in my game where I was able to 3 straight over a rock to clear a stress, take an afterburner to dodge multiple arcs, and then use the force off of that to take a target lock and a focus, and shoot range 1 at a whisper.
That's Darth Vader. That's it right there. That is the same Vader that we've seen since 2.0 has come out, and we will be seeing that Vader hopefully till version 3 or the next part of this game comes out.
There's people who would disagree with you, and I like that they don't like that. It makes me happy. Shout out to Mr. Morgado. What else do we have going on here? Well, we have 9 dials on the table, so that means we're about to start moving, and this is absolute chaos. There is tokens everywhere, there are dials everywhere. To be honest, this is exactly why I did not want to take this scum list. I did not want to take it because I did not want to have to deal with 5 dials and all kinds of movement. So the bump train from Lenton Ashara begins, probably actually hoping to block Count Dooku's 2-sloop, because he's thinking that Lando is blocking the 5K.
Oh, and the Black Sun will turn away.
Yep. Which means the Black Sun's probably going to die. Because DBS 404 can shoot at range 0, so even if he bumped him, it's not going to be pretty.
I'm actually a little surprised that he didn't attempt to turn up and in past Count Dooku, maybe with a 3. Ooh, I gotta remember my dial for that shit though.
Well, that could be very unfortunate if that Tansari Point veteran. Yep.
There it is.
Did block the loop, but the Tansari Point veteran actually probably blocked Count Dooku from bumping Lenton.
We will see. No, definitely. But I actually don't blame that movement though, as it seems like he's covering his bases. So just in case Count Dooku wanted to do a 1 forward, he could block that as well. This situation though for Lando
Did Lando
is
just 1 straight and take a focus? Like, that seems ridiculous. Actually, I don't think that's a straight fit. I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
I completely agree. It almost seems like he's Lando got sacrificed unless he.
Well, he blocked the turn. So that's going to be a
That was a very good block by him. Yeah. From my understanding of Count Dooku is that he doesn't particularly like flying all that much, and was never very good at it either, even as a Jedi. So his lower initiative kind of replicates that. Ooh, there's that bump. Yeah, Lando is definitely not in a great position here, taking that one range one shot from Count Dooku and a possible range 2 to 3 from 66. If there was a position, yeah. This is a great. I'm actually kind of shocked by that. I would have thought Turok would have gone a little wider, just in case of that. That is true. Yeah, definitely. We will see. Oh, come on. Wow. Well, Turok hasn't been rolling all that great this game. Wow. Which Dooku evades. All right, there it is. Well, if you this is Lando's ability, correct? To take a stress to reroll one die. Oh, all your blanks. That is the advanced proton shot, it looks like.
Oh, good lord, that's right. There are 6 dice in that shot. Well, spend your luck, reroll those dice, and
Ooh, hasn't loaded yet.
So Chris is borrowing the dice I was using last night.
Either way, though, that is still 1 damage and 1 crit going through.
Yes, the crit goes under the shields, which means that DBS 404 is going to inflict a crit on himself for dealing damage, and that is a
Damage engine?
that could be a lot worse. Because all you're gonna do
Well,
is
if he...
3k next turn.
Yes, and also you could have taken a direct hit there and just lost the ship outright, so...
Speaking of direct hits, the DBS 404 dealt himself a direct hit for that.
Ooh.
That's what we call in the business not ideal.
Yeah, that
That was very
that's
below average.
very, yes. I fully expected that the Z95 to die this turn with that. But this, we'll see. See if that luck continues with Lando.
And so here's the thing: is somebody who is not hot and emotional like me is going to be able to recognize that variant balances out for the fact that old Tarok only rolled 1 hit on 4 attack dice. So the red dice are failing on both sides, but I guarantee you, if I was playing this game, I wouldn't notice that.
All right, here's some rules.
Okay. Well, Lantan Ashara failed to deal any damage to Count Dooku, which means Lantan Ashara gets a free evade. It's a very neat feature. But in exchange, Count Dooku gets to remove his stress.
Oh, interesting. Is your opponent required to have a stress for that?
No, Count Dooku gets to spend a force to remove a red token after defending.
That's right. The color coding system for the all the tokens in the game really allows certain abilities to be used to their fullest.
I'm a little unsure what's going on. Why is 066 cloning himself and barrel rolling?
I don't know. Maybe just a misinput.
I hope so. But that is the second warning that Chris Langland has had. First, Kyle on stream. Oh, good lord. What he wouldn't give to have a focus token.
Oh man.
Who are we shooting? Well, apparently he spent a target lock, got a single hit out of it. Lando now has a choice: take a shield or use his ability on a single green die.
Let's see here.
And he decided to take the shield.
All right.
And there's
Dooku shot into Lando.
Yep. And he's going to spend his last force to make that hit crit.
Trying to see if he can squeeze that crit underneath.
Yep, it's worth it. And then you're probably going to see a stress appear on Lando, and that might get rerolled to try to dodge it all. And there it is.
Beautiful.
Tactical to the last. Now the real question is, what is Lando going to do for his maneuver? Probably, honestly, the one bank to the right to clear that stress, because Count Dooku moves first and will hopefully have exited this position. And if he hasn't, then that's a guaranteed bump, which means 1 fewer shots coming at Lando.
If I do know Langland well enough, though, I wouldn't put it past him to actually just try to move one forward with Dooku and attempt to get the bump again.
Yeah, one forward from Dooku is guaranteed to leave Dooku in that exact situation. Because Lando will not have moved yet. So the real question is, does the Tansari Point veteran do the 5K?
We shall see.
That Black Sun had a very quick dial set, which leads me to guess, looking at this dial, magnifying it, I would assume it's going to be one of those turnaround maneuvers. Just get one more shot in this game and spend his crack shot. That would be my guess there. If I'm going to go zoom over this, Brandon obviously closed his turn with a plan for next turn. And so again, it's probably going to be one of those turnaround maneuvers. Just get one more shot in this game and spend his crack shot. Because you also don't want to get too far outside of this fight, because he needs to keep his guns on target. And incredibly, paying attention now, nothing has died yet.
By round 5 in an X-Wing game,
There's been a lot of dice rolled, a lot of range 1 shots, but nothing has died. I'm going to go ahead and blame the red dice, which have been incredibly cold, all game.
I'll agree with that for sure. Yeah, the red dice all around have been really bad. Old Tarok specifically, his dice have not been particularly great.
DBS 404 has rolled more blanks than he has paint, so that's impressive.
With the advanced proton, it's he's defying odds there.
I'm getting some awkward errors reported.
Awkward errors?
Yeah, so somebody is telling me when they are listening to the YouTube stream that they are only hearing one of us, not both of us. Which means I might need to go.
Who are they hearing? Who are they not hearing?
They didn't tell me that.
Where's the stream?
It's on YouTube.
Under the Militant Casual channel.
There is no Militant Casual channel. It's on my personal channel, which is H3MANATOR. Because I am Herman the Third, and I don't know how to put a R when I make a username when I'm 13.
Uh,
You could also just search Militant Casual Jank Tank League, which is the name of the video. These dials are giving me anxiety with how cluttered this board state is.
It's a lot of dials and a lot of ships all jammed up together.
I really hope these players are feeling a lot more confident about what they're doing.
Oh, we get to see a bomb drop.
Oh, look at that. Oh, there's that seismic charge. If somebody gets a little bit greedy, they're going to get cat.
He might even... Ooh, that range is very close for that. He might just be out of it.
That's awkward. Turns out it's me they're not hearing.
Oh, that's very odd.
So they're going to get to see... But you can hear me, right?
I mean, I'm on Discord, so we're able to talk to each other. I'm still, unfortunately, trying to find this podcast.
Can you hear me now, folks? I think I know what the problem was, and that's frustrating. and really embarrassing. And I don't know if I can fix that in post-production. But looking at the YouTube stream, it looks like, yeah. Well.
All right. Looks like you fixed it on your end.
You can hear me now on YouTube?
Yes. There's a slight latency for what we're streaming versus what we see. So we're seeing everything like 5 seconds earlier.
Yep. It's awesome.
All right, let's see. What did we miss here? So we got the bomb drop here, and he looks like he did a.
Oh, there was a sloop out of Langland onto a rock.
Oh, interesting. He's still gonna get shot, but he's not gonna be in the middle of everything, which might be more advantageous for him.
And he's going to get Ion next turn, because that's an outmaneuver Ion shot coming at him.
Oh, that's right.
And that Separatist bomber is going to get bumped again.
Yes, but odd echo. What do you use for your mic?
To be completely honest, I am using my Xbox headset.
That. All good. For echo, what is it? Oh, you could turn down your microphone sensitivity so it doesn't pick up the outside echo of the room.
Now, talk me through this. This is going to be a learning opportunity for our listeners and viewers.
Sure. So if you go into Discord and you go into your settings,
okay,
which is the little cogwheel, then you go down to voice and video. And then when you scroll down, there will be an input sensitivity bar, and it will be like orange on one side and green on the other side, and you'll just slide the bar to where the decibel the decibel state that you want it to be where it will pick up sound.
Okay. I did that. I don't know if it's going to help things, but we can certainly hope it does.
Still slightly better.
Slightly better? Well, then I can be more aggressive in my update. Let's go back to my wheel. Two-factor authentication. Nah, we don't need to do that. Oh, look, it's my email. Now you guys know my email. How about this? Is that better?
No, it's still the same echo.
Okay.
That's okay. We can troubleshoot this at a later time when we don't have this game that's super close.
With all the dials being moved. There's something weird with the dials and they are fixing it. Okay.
Okay. It's a very important turn for the movement, so it's important to ensure that everybody...
Yep. And so I guess what was happening is he was revealing a hard turn, and it was not the maneuver he set.
It was not the maneuver he was looking for?
No, absolutely not. And the YouTube chat is informing me that the echo is still just as bad, and I did not fix it. And that it sounds like I'm in a cathedral. And the explanation for that is actually quite simple. I am in an emergency office because of the shelter in place that is happening in California right now. I am having to work from home. And so one of my roommates had moved out, and I have an empty bedroom in my house. And so I dragged a desk in, I dragged a lamp, I dragged my Surface, And that is literally the only furniture in this room. So what you're hearing is an empty room that I am talking in. I could go out to the living room and grab all the cushions off the couch and grab blankets and just throw stuff around the room to try to mute the bounce, but...
Actually, you want to know a simpler way to fix that problem?
What?
Take a blanket and put it over your head and record under that.
Well, lucky for you, I am hella cold and have a blanket. Is this any better, folks?
That's still an echo.
All right, well, I'm trying to put the blanket even farther over my head.
That actually sounds a little better.
Okay, I just need to get the blanket even farther. Okay.
See what chat says in a minute.
Oop. Yep. This is just ridiculous, though. I am hiding underneath a blanket like I'm 14 in a blanket fort again.
To be perfectly honest with you, I can tell you that many very popular YouTubers started with just with that set. Just had their mic in and a thick blanket over their head, and they just sit there and record.
Nice. All right. Well, then coming back to this game, that's an old tee shot on the Separatist bomber. It's going to take a lot of damage. In fact, it's going to take a hit crit because he has to spend the calculate to not die. And even then, he might die depending on what this crit is because he has 3 hull remaining. So what do we have? We have we're all suspended. There's a lot of suspense here. And it's a fuel leak. So that means no. Or just say damage sensor array. Well, which is it?
Oh wait, but did fuel leak activate first?
Apparently. Oh my goodness. Did he already have a hull breach?
Wait, did he? I don't remember him getting a hull breach on.
Well, I just asked the players if that was true. And my good friend Wolf you're in the Netherlands, right? You're Swedish, but you're in the Netherlands, or the other way around? Anyway, he's watching right now, and he's telling me that I need a flashlight to make this blanket fort. And there was a hull breach on the bomber, so that's a dead bomber.
That's a very dead bomber. There's nothing left of that bomber.
Which means this Z95 is going to have a shot on DBS 404 and hopefully be able to get half points on him. Neat.
We'll see that throw in a minute.
But first we have Lando onto DBS 404, range 2.
Alright, unmodified.
Well, apparently DBS 404 rolled his dice a little early or something. Oh no, those are the older dice. Okay. Well, Lando just, failed to do any damage because Lando's a pacifist when it's all said and done.
All right. Is
And
that from?
That's the return shot.
All right. So there's one. Dodge perfectly.
And like I said, Lando's a smooth operator. That's actually not what I said, but close enough. Okay.
Range 2 shot.
Yep. There you go. Never mind, the players just figured out what I was just about to tell them, so we're all good. If you are playing Vassal, one of the tricks that's actually going to help you a lot when you're on offense is using Control-Shift-F to find your shots. It automatically measures range and obstruction to a target.
That's an unlucky roll.
So here I was assuming the Black Sun guy is capable of rolling like, hits and crits. But no, he's capable of rolling focuses.
Really good at rolling focuses.
Yep.
let's see here.
And there's a crit. On an ion cannon. Outmaneuvered. So that's 1 damage onto somebody.
Looks like it. I don't think the 66 is in range.
So Count Dooku took 1 damage.
Alright.
And is not
You will
ionized.
not receive. Yes, you will not receive the ion as the damage has to pass.
Yep. But Count Dooku has actually been blocked onto that rock again because of Lando. Count Dooku is going to have to turn away to not get onto the rock. That's really not good for Count Dooku.
No, that is not. I've already misplaced those. And we're lagging like crazy.
Do you not like the blanket, computer?
Oh, they're going to figure out the dice. Langland, it needs to get a kill. I think, honestly, needs to get about 2 kills this next round in some shape or form.
Correct. Yeah, because he lost a ship, so he is now down to 3 ships. 1 of them on 3 hull versus 5 ships. This is one of the advantages of this scum list, is that it's death by 1,000 cuts. It's a lot of small ships, and if you don't take them off the table, that's going to add up to a lot of attack dice coming at you.
Yeah, it's very deadly. I remember when 2.0 first came out, I did a tournament up at Santa Clara. Oh, first shot's being rolled.
So that's going to be 066, range 1 on Let and Ashara. Or, yeah, he wouldn't shoot Old Tarok range 1. That seems like a bad idea.
Wow, gets a dodge. No token suspend for 66.
Yep. Not ideal.
It's not looking good for Langland.
And so you were at a tournament at Game Castle Santa Clara?
Yes, which turned out to be not a tournament, but more of like a bingo game thing. But it was still a lot of fun.
So I was your TO for that game that day.
Oh, were you really?
Yeah. I live in San Jose, and I'm actually the tournament organizer at 2 local stores. One of them being Isle of Gamers, and the other one being Game Castle Santa Clara.
Yeah, we played at Game Castle Santa Clara. Oh, that was fun. That first week of the game coming out was so fun.
It was. There was chaos everywhere.
That was the best part.
Yeah, and so trying to bring it back to this game, because obviously, if I'm struggling to stay locked in every riveting second, then the viewers at home are as well. So bring this back. What they're doing is they're setting dials. Things are not looking good for Chris Langland. He lost 28 points worth of bomber, which was also a calculate factory for his DBS 404. And then, what are you doing, Langland? Why are you, what you doing?
As he's figuring that out, we have a new person joining us.
Okay, who's this?
This is Mr. Brian Webb.
Oh, hi there, Brian Webb.
I have no idea if he has a mic or if he's just listening in.
I mean, either way, welcome to the party. He also might be trying to set up a game of his own, because we're borrowing one of the Vassal rooms, but it is what it is. They can yell at us to leave if they need to. All right, so coming back to this. We're setting dials. Langland is down to 3 hull on Count Dooku, who is a nearly half of his list. He lost 28 points worth of Separatist Bomber, and in exchange, he has not done a lot of damage recently. Brandon Carey's done a very good job of putting his ships in positions to create bumps that are not allowing Langland to take actions.
Oh, there's some adjustment.
Yep.
Dooku there.
I'm just offering a little bit of heckling or suggestions in the chat as they're trying to figure out what's going on. And we're still waiting on some dials to be set. My guess is Ashara is going to do a 5K.
Shara, yeah.
Lando probably just going to do a 3 straight and maybe coordinate something to Old Tarok. Make Old Tarok have some extra effect in this game. Tansari Point Veteran is going to 1 bank to the right just to spread the arc. Or is going to 2 or 3 bank to the right to block Count Dooku back onto the rock.
Keeping Dooku out of the fight for an extra round while he finishes up 404 might not be the bad play here.
Yep. Now that I'm talking about that, I don't hate that idea. I really don't hate that idea. Okay. Well, hopefully the players are not listening in and hearing our strategy discussion. And it looks like Brandon's most of the way there with his dials. He just has Lando left. And Langland is struggling to figure out what to do with his ships. I don't really see a great move for 066, and I don't see a great move for DBS 404.
All right. One last dial to go just for 404. Oh, that is.
Yep, 404 doesn't have a great dial option. Maybe just a 1 straight and see what happens.
Yeah, this positioning is going to be really tough for Langland. Putting Dooku on that rock might have been a decent play for the last round, but I don't think he was planning to lose his other bomber that early.
No. Though with a hull breach, I mean, who knows? So we have most of the dials, and like Langland, we're struggling to figure out what to do with the DBS 404. And so this is where I tell you my personal philosophy again, which is if I can't figure out what to do within like 60 seconds, I just do a 1 straight or something like that. So dials are set, and so they're going to start moving, and Brandon has been consistently moving that Black Sun soldier first. So let's see what he decides to do there. Oh, nope, DBS 404's dial removed again.
Still trying to figure it out. This is a very tough position for him, though.
I mean, he could lose the game on this turn
very easily. So I don't mind him taking his time, ensuring that he can make the right play, make the right prediction.
Yep.
His options are extremely limited right now. He could run away, make that hard to, or maybe he could try to go forward fast and maybe catch TPP in order if they're predicting the block on Dooku, so Dooku can't move.
Yep.
Looks like we got our first movement.
There it is. That's the one bank. So I think the one bank still blocks. And the 3 straight clears the stress. This is what we in the business call a kill box.
That is a kill box.
It's going to lead to a lot of dice being rolled, and we'll find out what happens with it. Yeah. So next step is going to be 066 or Count Dooku. If Count Dooku dialed up a 3 bank, he gets free. If he dialed up anything else, he's bumped and stuck.
Well, I wonder if he could pull out the sloop if 66 moves before him.
Well, he's...
Okay, so it looks like he tried to predict the right up on him, moving like 3 or 4 straight for that bump.
Hang on, I need to go ask the chat something because 404 is initiative 4, and it just moved before the 2 initiative 3 ships.
Yeah, actually, hold on.
Yeah, I'll be right back, everybody. Hey, guys. 404 is higher initiative than 066 and Count Dooku. And I can't hear you, Langland. I don't know what's up with that. All right, I told them, and they are
just reset everything back.
Yeah, they are rewinding board state. They're probably going to be mad at me for commentating.
Oh, there's that block.
Yep.
Just like you predicted.
And yep.
Won't even move at all. Thanks to Lando.
So this is where I offer my apology. Oh no!
Oh, it takes a crit. Let's see what it is.
This is where I offer my apologies to the entire. Oh, that's a direct hit. That's a 1-hole Count Dooku.
That is a 1-hole Count Dooku. Yeah. This is not looking super great.
Yeah, Langland, if and when you rewatch this, I apologize for micromanaging. I don't mean to be invasive. I feel bad for it.
I think him as a judge as well knows that it's very important to play the game correctly. So if we're seeing mistakes, we should call it to ensure that it's a fair game.
Yep. And I suppose technically this is a tournament as well.
So all the more reason to be particular about how the movements go and everything.
Yeah. All right. Well,
still have 3 more dials.
There's that 3 bank away with Lando, who's also now probably going to coordinate something to Old T. If I were him, I would be doing that.
Yes, he should try to be coordinating. Maybe.
He's doing something. There he goes. Measuring arc. Old T.
Let's see what he gets here. I'm assuming it's a focus token, as that would free up his movements.
Yeah. Yeah, 066 not in a good place. And if the Tensari Point veteran rolls 4 paint, then 066 is ionized next turn as well. So
realistically, at the end of this round, this could turn into just 66 being on the board.
And an ionized 066. If we're being...
Yes.
Yeah. That doesn't seem ideal. Okay, there's the barrel roll. There's a, oh good God, I want to live movement.
He cut out at least 2 arcs out of that. Possibly got out. Definitely taking a range. Looks like possibly 2 range 3 shots.
Yep.
at least on 404.
I don't remember seeing any grappling struts on Langland's list, though.
He hasn't flown the bombers like he would be using grappling struts, so.
That's fair.
Oh,
And
Xerox bumps.
Langland does love him some. He does love him some grappling struts.
Yeah, he does.
For those of you who aren't aware, Chris Langland is a big fan of flying a Seer Swarm or TA-175 Swarm, whatever you want to call it.
Basically any swarm. I've seen him fly Z95, vultures, ties. He did ties a lot in 1.0.
Yep. Has he picked up the Focho yet? The 8 tie FOs at Initiative 1?
I don't know if he has. I'll have to ask him about that later. Seems right up his alley though.
Yeah, it's a when the dice are on your side, it's a very good list. All right, and so as we're coming into some important moments here, not a whole lot to do except for have Old Tarok decide if he's going to shoot the bomber or if he's going to shoot Count Dooku, and I believe there's only one correct play here.
Should be Dooku first.
Yes. You get Dooku off the table.
Yeah, there's no reason not to. 1 health, he's rolling 1. I mean, realistically, actually, no, that arc doesn't count. So, yeah, you should just be shooting at. Let's see. Be getting to roll soon. I think Old Tarok is the first to shoot. There's the range 2.
Yep. Yeah, that's 3 versus 1. No return shots on you. You don't even have to spend a focus. Yeah, that's...
damage. And that's a dead Dooku.
Yep.
And just like that, all of Darth Sidious's plans just disappeared.
The best laid plans.
All right. Now the question is, will the bomber live for another turn, or is he just going to switch and focus on 66 since he's on such a much more vulnerable position?
I think you shoot with the Tansari Point veteran first and see if you ionize 066. And if you ionize, you shoot at the bomber. If you don't ionize, then who knows? That's what I like to call a future me problem.
Yeah, you definitely made that call as he's gonna make that roll. 3 hits. That if he rolls,
it's not enough to ionize
still
him.
not enough to ionize.
He's gonna get 2 ion tokens and a damage.
I will say that little outmaneuver ion cannon is not bad.
No, it's especially brutal on a 1 agility ship because then you just park behind them and have some fun.
Oh yeah. Oof. There's another 1 damage to the ship.
Yep. And unfortunately, that means that Lenton does not get a free evade, which means Lenton might actually take some damage in return. Which I should point out, Snapshot Lenton is one of my all-time favorite builds. And yikes. The phrase you're looking for.
Z95 got its shot.
Now, the ultimate irony would be if this is disabled power regulator and he gets his 3rd ion token here.
Not wishing ill will, but please be disabled. just stack it. Please.
Just the pure comedy. Nope, that's a fuel leak.
Oh, that's even worse though. He's still sitting at the higher point of his hull, and he just took that, man.
Yeah, he just gave up half points. with an expedited death coming his way. Now, do you take the range 1 shot on the tokenless Z95 at 1 hole, or do you take the range 2 shot at the tokenless whatchamacallit, Tensari Point Veteran on 2 hole? And I think the answer is you take the range 1 shot because you have no mods.
Yes, definitely doing range 1 has a much higher percentage to finish off the Z95 for sure.
It was worth a lot fewer points. But, yeah. The dice have not been with Langland, so don't tempt fate. There you go.
There's a hit crit. All he needs is to push 1 through.
Got the crit through.
Got it. And that will die in a fiery explosion with a loose stabilizer.
Yep. As my friend Randy Grunstrom likes to say, that stabilizer is awfully loose as it spins off into the depths of space.
That's very loose. It's over there.
All right.
All right, let's see. So now what can Langland do here in order to secure this? Because right now he's sitting on 5 hull, very close ionized 66, with 404 sitting on 3 hull. He has 2 ships at 2.
Well, Langland knows what he's doing.
Wow, that was a fast pick for him.
Yeah. I was thinking about this, and I either do a 2-sloop down screen, or maybe even a 5K, because Langland's shown he's not afraid to do that. Or, maybe.
5K would put him... Sorry, good.
Oh, I was going to say maybe a 3 hard up or to the left. All I know is that he should absolutely make sure he drops the seismic charge just in case he can catch old Tarok with that bomb.
Yes, he definitely should. Though the thing is that he's very, very close with his bomber right now.
That's gonna 2 hard barrel roll.
Oh yeah, 2 hard barrel roll will definitely do that.
Or a 3 hard barrel roll even.
Well, we will definitely see in a second here as they set their dials.
And that is 5 dials on the table. We are missing old Tarok. And Brandon's probably thinking about that seismic charge right now.
Yes. Old Tarok has a decision to make if he wants to try to risk that seismic charge, or if he wants to try to out-predict where 66 is going and see if he can possibly predict that sloop.
Yep. If I were him, I would 2-bank to the right and try to go kill that vulture or that DBS 404. Go kill that hyena.
I completely agree. Being able to flip to keep your best shooter shooting is very, very important.
Yep. The real problem is, what do you do? Lenton Ashar probably just does a 1-bank to the left and just sees what happens. There it is. Tensari Point Veteran. 1 hard somewhere.
Hard 1. So he's totally predicting the sloop and trying to block it.
Or something. There was no seismic charge dropped.
Already 5Ks.
I called it. Because what
Yes,
that
you
does, it dodges Lenton's attack. It keeps you guns on target. And it's really, really hard to block. And he takes a damage. It's a good thing it wasn't a crit.
Yeah, that's even with the damage, that positioning is far, far better.
Mm-hmm.
As Lando just floats away out of battle.
Lando's just like, guys, I'm still above half points. I'm gonna go over here and not give them up. Oh wow, that's a coordinate range.
That is, he barely got Ulterok with the coordinate. Just give him a free focus. Oh, he gets target lock.
Yep, he's going for it.
And we get to see he's going for the Talon roll here.
Mm-hmm.
Or not. Yep, there it is.
Oh no.
That actually might have helped him. If
No.
Ulterok actually moves in.
Well, it's going to give Ulterok the free evade. I think Ulterok is willing to Oh, nope.
Wow.
Brandon Carey, ever cautious.
I'm a little surprised, honestly. I would have thought he would have tried to take that fight.
We apparently are both much more aggressive men.
Oh, definitely. I fly aces. Like you just sit on people.
Yep.
So
that's why my favorite ship in the game is primed thrusters, passive sensor, or primed thrusters, supernatural Kylo Ren. Because basically it doesn't matter what your opponent does. You just adjust. Even if you're stressed, you still pre-move reposition.
That is what Ulterok does, and he does one forward and links it to a focus.
It's called the I don't want to die to a range 3 YOLO shot from 066.
I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen to Nathan.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Nathan Boyer?
Yeah. He plays with me and Langland a ton, and I played a lot with Nathan when 2.0 came out. And it's really cool to see how much of a better player he's gotten in just about...
Oh my...
How long has 2.0 been out? 2 years?
Yeah, it came out Gen Con of 2018.
Wow. So we're getting close. Getting close as well. We're like half.
Look at that.
Alright, let's see who Langland shoots at here.
He's got range 2 on Linton and the Tensari Point Veteran, and range 3 on Old Tarok.
Oh. That's
It's a tough choice, isn't it?
It is kind of a tough choice.
Instead, you just rolled natties while shooting at Lenton Ashara. Because that kills her.
Wow. Langland just pulling it out last second.
Yep. So, yeah, I was about to say, I think I shoot Lenton because she's taken damage, and she's range 2. And so you have your best chance of doing damage there. And if you do damage, then you have the best chance of killing something. And what do you know? It happened. Now, the downside is that Tensari Point Veteran's probably going to 3K this turn. 066 has to do either the 2 bank to the right or the 3 straight forward. And then Old Tarok, 2 hards right. And
swing around.
swings around, goes after the DBS 404. Lando goes, oh good god, I'm gonna die. Actually, no, Lando probably just two banks or something and then takes a focus.
Yeah, he's just gonna slow coast kind of back into the fight, or maybe catch old Tarok on the swing around.
Yep.
I'm just wondering if Langland will go very aggressive. What blues does the infiltrator have?
A disgustingly large number.
Really? Oh, it does.
It has the same blue maneuvers as the T-70 X-Wing.
Huh. All right.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, the Sith Infiltrator has a better dial than the T-70 X-Wing because it has 1 heart. And yes,
that's true.
you're trading your 4K for a 5K and you're giving up your Talon rolls for sloops. But there is a school of thought where sloops are better than Talon rolls because sloops allow you to adjust your angle to be 135 degrees rotated, whereas Talon rolls do not. So if you have sloops on your dial and K-turns, you can effectively point your arc in any of the 8 directions on the table every turn.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's something. I guess it's something for newer players to pay attention to if they want to get into this more.
Yep. Yeah, that's one of those things that I didn't ever really think about until somebody mentioned it to me, and I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. I'm going to start remembering that now.
Wow, as Langland moves away, even going into the fight, possibly even going after Lando.
Well,
the focus.
066 needs to go get points, and the best way to do that's going to be by going and getting Lando. And also the 2 bank away was the best hope of arc dodging the Tansari Point veteran.
Looks like Tanzari still will have a shot on it, but it will be through a rock, so Lane will be able to use that to his advantage.
Yep.
404, making a hard 2.
And either decides if he's in range of the Tansari Point veteran or if he wants to reload his advanced proton torpedo.
And instead taking the target lock.
He had the target lock from last turn.
That's target, yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
So did he reroll? Or did he reload?
I don't know.
Well, that was a blue
Yes.
maneuver. Is reloading red for them? I'm assuming it is.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say, yeah, he reloaded.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Okay, cool.
Made a R2, which is blue, and he's stressed. So yeah. Okay. So he has it. Wow. Look at that. Barely range 3. And just out for Lando to catch 66.
Yep. Well, if he reloaded, then he should not have. There it is. There's the weapons disabled. No pew pews.
Oh wow! I thought he catched 66. He just dodged that arc as well.
Yeah, Vassal's crazy like that. But he does have the range 3. Hit crit. And we're safe.
Wow.
No ions for you.
I don't think you can shoot ion at range 3.
Yes, you can. It's the only... Well, that and a heavy laser cannon.
Oh, 2 to 3, right?
No, it's 1 to 3. If you're thinking of the turret is the one that can only... And that's a Lando taking a crit under the shields.
Oh my gosh.
Dice. They giveth and they taketh away.
Langland with the Hail Mary shot. Wow.
If this is a direct, that's totally different game. It's a stunned pilot.
Stunned.
All right. Now, do you joust old Tarok, or do you try to finish off Lando?
Well, Tarok is worth more points, but I would only joust him if you can get both ships pointing at him to ensure the kill.
I don't know. I think DBS 404 goes off and tries to delete the Tansari Point veteran. He has an advanced proton torpedo now.
That is true. He does have a proton.
Unfortunately, his bank maneuvers are white. So he will have to either 2 or 3 straight and then barrel roll target lock. And if Brandon's being cognizant of that, this game got real good, real fast. To those 6 of you watching, thank you.
And Langland, even though coming from a point of being behind, just being able to, readjust and dodge arcs enough to reassess the situation and take advantage.
Chris Langland is sneaky good at this game. I'm going to go out there and say it.
Oh, hands down. He's a very, very, very sneaky guy. He only plays with 7 ships, so you can notice all of it all the time.
I love it. I'm still waiting to see the somebody to repaint a Belbalub as Lando, or as a Santa's sleigh, and then all the vultures as all the different reindeer.
You should actually talk to Brian Webb about that, as he, at least at our store, he's the one who does a lot of local commissions for painting and stuff, and he would love to do something like that. That'd be hilarious.
And there's a seismic. Oh, look at that. That's more sneaky.
Perfect.
I forgot that was an option.
Seismic to have. Yeah. Well, even if it doesn't catch it, it forces. So now he has to think, right? Like, does he just stay there and take the damage, or
does he barrel roll? What's he do?
He takes it.
Okay. He has a shield. In the words of Randy Grunstrom, that's what shields are for.
But he's just making himself more susceptible to be blown away. Oh, he's gonna joust. He's going for it.
Yep. And then you take the target lock. Yep.
This is going to be close. It's if Old Tarok moves in like this and they actually joust each other, it's literally going to come down to dice rolls at this point.
Indeed. 2 straight barrel roll target lock. 2 straight target lock. What's the play here, DBS?
2 forward.
Okay.
Got that.
Now, does he have arc? I think he does. There's the target lock.
Perfect.
Now, can Old T come around and deal 3 damage before he shoots?
Is Old Tarok really deciding to go after 404?
Yeah, that's the next question is, or does he think he can go get 4 damage onto 066?
Well, I mean...
with Lando shooting him too. With Lando shooting him too, there's a chance.
There is a chance. Wow, he's going in. All right.
Insert meme here. All right. So if 066 lives long enough to shoot, this game is crazy. If 066 dies before he shoots, then it's just cleanup.
Yeah. We will see. All right. Bomb goes off.
Tansari Point veteran goes to 3 hole.
All right. Now the big one.
Now Old Tarok tells 066 to catch these dice.
Oh boy.
4v1. Who you measuring range from, yo? Why are you saying no ships in range? What you guys doing?
That's weird. Everyone has a ship in target.
What are we doing? What's the play?
Oh, there's the roll. Wow. Okay, so
you spend
3
it.
hits.
You have to, because you have to get the kill. You spend the focus.
Spend it.
Nope.
Spend it.
Okay.
I'm shocked. He should have spent that. Wow. Oh my gosh, that might have cost him the game.
I think he's banking on the fact that Old Tarok should be able to get 3 evades on average here. And then Lando has a double modded shot. Lando rolls 2 attack dice and then takes a stress and then spends focus.
I just don't understand because like Old Tarok and Lando both shoot before 66. There was a very high chance for him to be able to take them out.
Oh, that crit changes things.
Yeah. Sure
Spend
does.
that focus.
Alright, we'll see the roll. Nothing.
That's a
That is
dead.
a dead 66.
Yep.
They will not be able to shoot back because it's not the same initiative. Boy. That's rough. Alright. 404 against the world. Let's see what happens.
All right.
That's in range 1. Let's see 6 dice. Do we know what round this is, by the way?
It's round 9. That's what the shield counter at the top of the table is for.
Wow, where was that roll before? That was a great
That's
That's a full boat. All right, well, good luck with that one. That is a very dead ship. Jeez.
Yep. Dear Tommy Nguyen, this is your moment.
Yeah. Wow. That
This
was
is-
devastating.
This is your moment. This is where we get to see. Oh, I don't think Brandon decided to spend the focus.
No, why not? If at that point with that much damage, you might as well just cycle through your deck more, right?
Yeah. So there's a weapons failure, and I imagine those that weapons are those. Yeah, they certainly are failing.
along with him, his ship. Yeah. Wow.
You ever seen a? You ever?
Really. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you ever seen a starfighter blow up like the Death Star?
Yeah, actually, in A New Hope, right?
Yeah.
Luke gets a kill and just evaporates one TIE fighter.
Oh right. Yep. There we go. That's it.
This should be.
Thanks, Ben
this
Smith.
is
I
the
appreciate
last
you.
round.
Nope. They have 2 more rounds after this.
12.
So that means
so
O66, or I mean DBS 44 needs to have a shot both rounds and needs to do damage both rounds. But but DBS 404 took a crit.
He took to, was it?
Blinded pilot.
Ooh.
That's, in a word, not ideal for doing damage to Old Tarok.
No, it is not. And with Old Tarok having the target lock on him, Langland's going to have to pull from his big bag of tricks in order to get out of this one for this round.
Yeah. My recommendation is roll an evade with 066. That's going to be my first recommendation. My second recommendation is going to be a 2 Talon here, and just pray to the dice gods you can kill Lando and not take 2 damage on DBS 404.
Yeah. All right, so we see the move forward. We see the turn.
Or, yeah.
Definitely an arc.
What do we do? What do we do, Langland? Barrel roll. No need to link it. You're blinded. Or yeah, go ahead and link it.
Loads.
Oh, because he's... Hang on. DBS 404 is 36. How many is Lando? I'm looking it up. Lando's going to be 35.
Oh, interesting.
So if he can get this torpedo into Old Tarok next turn and kill him and not die, so, you know, if he can do the impossible, there's a chance.
But Tarok just did that turn. Yeah, with the barrel roll. Focus. The only way Langland is going to be able to get out of this position is to live through Old Tarok shot first, which is a possibility, though it will be tough.
3 paint and it's game.
We'll see what happens.
Oh,
2 paint. Langland could live here.
Langland, go get Natty Patty to make your rolls for you.
Do it. Come on. Oh, he spent the target lock. There's 3 paint.
Yeah. Wolf, he got the blinded pilot after he spent the target lock because of DBS 404's ability. When you do damage, you have to crit yourself. And yes, Ben, tokens do work on defense, which means yes, he could have taken a calculate for defense. And that could help, but it did not help in this situation. And now DBS 404 is dead, and that's the game. Thank you everybody for watching and commentating. This was a really good time. I had fun doing it, and the final score is going to be. What is the final score going to be? It's going to be Old Tarok at half and Lando at half. I need to go back to Google Chrome. And so out of 198, so 30, okay, hang on. I need to do, where's my calculator? I can just use, all right. Obviously this is a very professional production, people at home, so don't judge. Okay, so we're going to do this math a little bit different. We have Old Tarok still alive at 57, who only took damage on the first shot of the game, and since then didn't take any more damage for the rest of the game. So 28 and a half, or 28, plus half of Lando, which that math is easier. That's going to be 17, plus a 2-point bid is 47. So it is 200 to 153. That is our final score, folks.
143.
No. There's 43 points alive on the table.
I believe so.
Yeah, so you do 200
yes.
minus 43.
Got it. I misunderstood the math. But that was honestly a very seriously close game. A little slow at the start, but you can definitely see the plans evolving for both sides. And even when Langland was put himself in a bad position, he tried to make the best out of it. Got that Hail Mary shot off to Lando, which really evened out the game enough where it could have been anybody. And
Yep.
he's just going to squeeze right out, and that's going to be the game. That was good fun.
Yeah, all right. So I enjoyed watching the crap out of this. That was a really good time.
I did as well. I unfortunately do need to catch another call that I'm already 30 minutes late for.
Oh no, I'm so sorry for letting.
I wanted to finish this with you because
Okay.
this was a lot of fun, and that game was a real nail biter. So I was really excited to see what happened.
All right, well, Connor, it's been a privilege. Thank you for joining us, and have a great rest of your calls.
You too. Thank you so much for having me on.
All right, bye.
Bye bye.